How are you doing? I'm Dave Sweetmore and welcome to this very, very special edition of MMTV, Manchester's first and favourite online TV channel covering the best in music, sport, creativity and of course all of our influential and inspirational people we have in this great city. Now normally when we do these shows we'd be doing them from our studios, Marley Mancunia Studios in Manchester, or we'd be doing an outside broadcast from one of our favourite venues in town. With everything that's going on in the world, the coronavirus pandemic, sadly we are unable to do that. So firstly, we hope you're well, looking after yourselves, you and your loved ones, and obviously doing all the things we might be doing to get rid of this disease. Secondly, prepare yourself for some of the best entertainment you will have ever seen. So let me tell you why tonight is so special. Around about this time, 19 years ago, on the 18th of April 2001, two of Manchester's favourite men about town pulled off a stunt against the Manchester United football team that was going to become stuff of sporting legend. What followed was a series of pranks on massive sporting fixtures around the world that would become and make them totally infamous characters. So tonight we're going to be talking to them two men, Karl Power, aka Fatneck, and Tommy Dunn, who became known as the organiser, in an exclusive interview tonight for MMTV, 19 years to the night that hoax against Manchester United happened. We've also got some messages from some of the famous friends about the fact it's nearly 2 decades since it happened. Firstly though, a few years ago, a documentary was made about these two notorious characters that was going to become one of the best documentaries ever made. So before we speak to Tommy and Karl tonight, what I want you to do is grab yourselves a drink, sit back, relax and enjoy this. You're going to love it. This is the story of Karl Power and Tommy Dunn.
Definitely going to go down this time. 16,000 there and 12 million watching on telly.
The Manchester United stunt was only the beginning.
We've said we're going to do 5 world-class stunts, seen worldwide, and I think we are going to achieve that.
You never had this. You've never lived, man. It's my speciality at home. Gorgeous, this, you know.
What a spam, isn't it?
No, it's
not bacon.
It's bacon grill. It's the same thing. When it's cooked, it's gorgeous. When it's grilled, we used to have it years ago because it's a cheap form of bacon, isn't it? We couldn't afford fucking bacon. Would you believe it?
So when you make your millions, you're still going to be eating scrap?
Yeah, definitely. I like it. I eat it because I like it. Come on, fuck now, let's go, lad.
Come on, lad. It's all set out for you there. Do you want no toast?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourselves?
Good-looking bastards.
Tommy and Karl had been pulling stunts for years before they agreed to let our cameras into their world.
My old skills there, my old junior skill.
Yeah.
That's where the stunts first come into my head. That's where I learned how to do a stunt in there.
That skill there.
It was as a kid that Tommy learnt to jump the turnstiles to watch his beloved Manchester United. As an adult, the only place for a blagger to be was pitchside with a video camera.
For Munich, 3 years earlier, I was on the pitch videoing. Anyway. It's Michael! Peter! Videoed from the pitch at every away game. Well, the press conference and things. If you was managing England, would Andy Cole be playing?
I was managing England with Ernie.
Say it again, mate. Alex.
Hello.
Chase that lift there for Valencia, mate. You alright, man, or what?
What are you doing, alright?
You know how to score. So I was in a position to do anything, and I just thought, I can do anything here. I'm in a position to do anything I want. I'm literally on the pitch. And then I thought of the stunts, the Munich. Came back home, you know, said to Karl, you're up for doing this stunt with us? And he went, yep.
Tommy and Karl's first attempt at a high-profile stunt took place at the Champions League match between Manchester United and Bayern Munich in April 2001. Hours before the match, Karl and Tommy are in a Munich hotel room going through their final preparations.
ranks with the best of the fucking Blags this, you know. Quarter final of the European Cup, and we're going to get on United's team photograph. So this is it. 2 years in the fucking making.
We're having it, Tom. We're having it, lad.
This is it going now. Getting ready to go to the game to do our fucking stuff, and if it comes off, big game.
Count yourself now, can you, Tom? You're telling me to get them off now.
Right, go.
That's what I don't want. I don't
No,
want
you don't want to do that because you know why? Because that draws attention. That
Yeah.
that's a mint kit. That, you know, it's not a dickhead's kit. That it's a proper kit. That, you know, yeah, everything looks right, Karl. Everything looks right. It's prime this now for it to happen. This is it now. The game kicks off at 9:15, so we've got 3 hours to the match. How are you thinking now, Karl? What are you feeling that now?
Just thinking nothing. I just want you to tell me when, and then we've gone. As soon as you say when, Tom, that's what it's all about. Everything we work for the when. Tommy's the organiser. Without Tommy, I wouldn't even know how many players are in a football team. Tommy's the foundation of this matter. He's the brain of it. Without Tommy, there'd be no show.
The plan was simple. Tommy gets Karl to the side of the pitch using a fake press pass. As the teams meet, Karl would strip off his tracksuit, wait for Andy Cole to shake the hand of the last opposing player, and then stroll out, taking his place alongside the United players as they lined up for the team photo. Against all the odds, they'd pulled it off.
Your license changed over there, right?
Now a minor celebrity.
For all of their bravado, neither could have anticipated the media storm that followed, and when the Sun gave them a check for their exclusive story, stunts started to seem like an easy way to make a living. After years of ducking and diving to make ends meet, they saw this as their chance to make it big, and they'd already planned the sequel.
Come on, Shane. Just letting you know, Shane and Black, man.
The new plan was even more audacious than Munich. Karl was to walk out in full cricket whites and bat for the England cricket team. England didn't have a hope of beating the Aussies, but maybe one man could put a smile on English faces.
Can we do it? Can we walk on the Headingley pitch?
We returned to Headingley Cricket Ground with Karl and Tommy and retraced their steps through the bar, the press area, and into the toilet and the players' tunnel.
Me and Karl came in here. I had the bag in my hand with the kit in it.
I was stood in here for an hour. I had my helmet on there, my phone in my hand, and my back was at the side of me there. And because in case someone looked in the toilet, I had to stand like this for an hour.
All that was needed now was for Tommy to wait until an English player was bowled out, then signal Karl with 3 rings on his mobile.
And you had all the crowd cheering, start clapping. Boom, my phone rang. But I just didn't even answer it and put it in my pocket. And just marched out here now, with all my gear on, helmet, head down. Someone stood there having a piss.
Almost perfect, but for 2 minor details. It wasn't Tommy calling, it was Tommy's niece, Shelley, phoning to see how the stunt was going. And the next English batsman was already on his way to the crease.
England's captain arrives.
Their plan was going completely haywire.
Adrenaline's just pumping now, really pumping. I looked up and I seen Tom there and I thought, wow.
I thought it was finished. If I'd have seen him coming, I would have stopped it. If I'd looked down and seen him walk out there, I would have fucking stopped it.
But I still just brushed past him.
But Tommy didn't stop him.
No!
And Karl continued to walk out onto the pitch to bat. If security was closing in, Tommy would call, giving Karl the signal to run for it. As he approached the wicket, his phone went. It was Shelley calling again. This time, she got through.
What had happened, it worked out fucking brilliant. Because he went on the pitch all over the world, didn't it? So it worked out really good.
And England's sporting posture strikes again.
They'd done it again. Karl was splashed all over the front pages from Manchester to Melbourne.
We started off as a joke, and now it's not a joke anymore. It's employment for us, now it's our work.
Tommy and Karl feel confident that big money is around the corner. But Tommy's partner Karen is not convinced this is the way to support their family.
She don't know She doesn't know what this is about, does she? She just knows, she just thinks going out and getting pissed, filming, doing mad fucking, going in places where we shouldn't be going, basically fucking doing wrong sort of thing. It's not wrong to us, it's fucking great. But to Karen, it's fucking wrong. 24/7.
It's now almost a year since Headingley. We begin filming the boys who are on the move again. Their focus has turned to rugby and the England-Italy match in Rome for stunt number 3, the Italian job. On the strength of their previous stunts, they've managed to blag a new Mini from BMW.
BMW wagon and everything. Oh. Is that thing on definitely? Is that thing on proper there? You know. Yeah. Is this thing definitely right here? Yeah. Does it click in? I mean, cause it seems like it's hanging on the edge. Is it? Yeah. I don't want the car going. The old Cooper. This is where I was born here. This exact street here. So it's from here now to Rome.
As Tommy and Karl are both skint and banned from driving, they ask their friend Wayne to drive. He agrees and lends them a few quid on the way.
The potential for us this year is fucking mad.
Yeah.
Mental. It's all led to this moment now. And it's exciting because I'm buzzing. If my own life was sweet now at home, I'd be the happiest man in the world. Yeah. End of. But it's not. So I'm not. So there.
As they leave the shores of England, Karl and Tommy are overwhelmed by the possibilities that lie ahead if they can keep pulling off more stunts.
See you next week, England, when the stunt's done, lad. If this stunt goes there now this weekend, it's just one. Books being wrote about us, fucking us writing out on our biographies. Yeah. Fucking mad. Front cover magazines all over the world. Getting invited all over the fucking world. Yeah. On TV and that. Yeah. Celebrities. Marseille, Monaco, there's Italy there, Torino, that's Turin where the film was made, Rome's here. So basically, it's fucking miles away.
The Hoaxers' trip to Rome seems to be running smoothly.
The quickest route there is that way. It's all motorway. That is the quickest route. Except for that little bit there. Mont Blanc.
But there are more problems in store for Tommy. For some strange reason, the supposedly fearless Karl Power is having second thoughts about going onto the pitch in Rome.
Sending me fucking down, man.
I'll send you down properly, Tom. I'll just start tomorrow. You know what I mean?
I'll do tomorrow.
Right, sweet then.
Sweet, we're on.
Right.
I'll do tomorrow.
Right, I'll give you the camera. We'll get
End
some
of.
pictures here.
Come on, then. Take all the pictures of me. Use the full camera. I'll do the stunt tomorrow. Not a problem whatsoever fucking ever, man.
Smile then.
That is the truth. I invent the stuff, you go and do the stuff. That's a top team. Karen and both. One's brilliant at jokes and one's brilliant at taking a piss. That is your job.
It's not my job. I don't want to be in the paper, Tom.
Oh, you've got to be. That's why we're doing it. The publicity. Fucking hell.
Cool, Britannia, you are cool. Take a trip, Britons ever shall be. Hit me.
We need to get the gear today.
Yeah, that's right.
We will get the gear today because we'll go to the ground. We need press passes, really, I think. We need the fucking tops like in Munich.
Yeah.
So we walk on as press, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the fucking when the butterflies come in, the adrenaline starts going. This is nothing, this.
Finding Rome was easy, but finding a rugby stadium in a football-mad city is proving tricky.
The film starts going.
Are you really? I'm very happy.
She had her jacket fastened, and then halfway through the conversation, she undone the jacket.
You can see it says.
Typical woman. All over the world are the same, aren't they? Even when it's fucking pleasing to come out naked first, don't they?
They eventually find the stadium and stroll in to check out the layout for the next day.
See, we don't know which way they're going to go here, left or right. Well, according to that, it doesn't matter, that's right. The home team there, they'll go that way, England will come this way. What we'll do is stand here and we'll see when the players come there. We'll see if they line up that side, we'll go over that side.
Yeah.
We'll be on the side where England are.
The plan is for Karl to join the England team on the pitch and confront them with the Maori war dance, the haka.
Let's go to there. Let's go to the bars. Come on. Karl, the security here tomorrow will be a fucking joke.
There's no one about, is there?
It's on. There's nothing can stop us happening now.
Before they can relax, they have one final personal touch to add to their rugby shirt.
69.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Do you like a 69?
Spirits are high for the next day's stunt, but Tommy is getting flack from home.
She thinks I'm leaving her in the cage, you know what I mean? And little does she know that this is what I'm doing it for. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep going until it finally works, then I'm going to just go home. Spend the rest of my life with them. As soon as it comes good to me, we're going to get out of that shitty house what we're in, and we're going to go live, you know, in a nice house. We've got to get out to work, you know what I mean? And this just happens, this is my work. I can't just go out and work on a building site. No disrespect to people that go on building sites, it's just not me. You know what I mean? I need to go out and do things like this. Fucking hell, it's like fucking... It's a proper fucking job.
But I hang this up, you know. Till I've had lunch. Having lunch in the room now. Just a bit of fisher fillets. Just get me. And I need a shite right now. I need a shite right now.
Drinks. Do you watch the same as?
We all watch Strawberry.
Yeah.
Watch Strawberry. You feeling it a bit now? You feel the stunt there?
I'm feeling sick with nerves now.
Karl and Tommy are also planning to film this stunt themselves, using a hidden camera built into the shirt.
Top shirt and all, isn't it? Yeah. Fits you fucking great as well, man. 69 on the back. That's it, lad. Good luck.
Oh,
yeah, man.
No, that's...
Everything comes together at 4 o'clock. Everything. Your butterflies are going now, innit?
Yeah.
I just can't wait.
I can.
I want it now. We're going right. Right, he said, you fucking lunatic. He keeps about to go to plan B. Nicole Kidman here.
Oh, lovely.
It's absolutely fucking gorgeous, that.
Oh, go on, England!
So welcome to the Stadio Flaminio on a warm afternoon in Rome, Italy, against England. The final match in this year's Lloyds Nations Championship kicks off at 3 o'clock UK time.
That's it, we're here with the paper. Are we back? As soon as I can, right?
Right, alright, 10 minutes.
Fucking hell.
With an hour to go before kick-off, Tommy still needs to find a way to get himself and Karl into the stadium without a ticket. Using his old trick, he heads for the press office.
Photographer?
Yes.
He attempts to blag himself in as a photographer.
The son. Yes. Photographer.
The name is?
Sky. No, where are we? Hey, David.
Yeah.
Yes. Where do I get? Where? Thank you.
And it's as easy as that.
I've got two here now, one for me, one for Karl. They're all easy. They're all easy, honestly. Because they don't expect it, you know what I mean? They don't. Because no one does this sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? I went in there then. I seen a name on the list, a Sun reporter's name. Gave that name. When I looked through the list, there was no person's photograph there. So it just gave me a letter to give to another geezer to say he's a photographer. I'll give him a bib. And then when I went in to get a bib, I just picked two up instead of one. So it's on.
Oh,
got you one as well.
No way.
Pitch side photographer.
You've done it.
They now have only 30 minutes to get into position.
Everything's gone in an hour, Tom, innit?
Everything's finished. Let's get all of that,
I'm doing that banner, eh?
Don't look at anyone, just do it, you know what I mean? Just go on my jacket, have a one, and you put yours on.
It's time for action. With their press bibs, they get into the stadium with ease. It's all going to plan.
Messy.
But having made it to the touchline, Karl and Tommy still don't know which way the England team will run out.
Which stairs do the England come up? This side. Right, put it on this side here. You come up these stairs here.
As the moment nears, Karl starts to freak out.
No, don't look at him in the eye. So, just a little thing like that might get us fucking sauce there. We've got to do it though. We've got to do it, haven't we? It's going to happen inside now, you know. You've got to clear one out your fat neck. You've got to clear one out. There's no one here at all. We can't lose him here. Sweet as fuck.
Well, here come England.
As the England team come out, they run diagonally across the pitch.
Kneel back.
Tommy and Karl are waiting at the wrong end by mistake. It's a disaster. With the dream of the Italian job slipping away, Karl runs in a blind panic into the empty half. Karl dances about on his own for 6 seconds in the wrong half, and nobody notices.
The England team ran on the other side. We went on our side, the bastards. There's the pitch. There's the pitch. Right, watch what I'm saying now. There's the pitch. There's the halfway line. Right? There's the stairs, right? We're here, halfway down this half. Because it was clear, because there's no people about, right? England came out and ran to the half. So Karl's gone there and done it there. Fiacco.
Should have just waited for the Italians to come out and do it straight in front of us.
We had to go then. It was in or not. It was in or not. We've gone.
What so far? The result, the Italian job was done by our. It's just not even sad. It's fucking a buzz, man. I'm buzzing. Let's get in the town. Come on.
Right, should we go?
High on adrenaline, Karl thinks it's a success. But Tommy's aware that no publicity means no cash. When they get into town, he has to face the music and speak to Karen.
Hello, Karen. Can I speak to my kids? Are they not in the house? Is everything okay at home? I've got that one myself, Karen. I'm not. Wow.
Sorry, it's fun now.
It's got a plug on, haven't we? Everyone starts off at the bottom, don't they?
With no money to show from their failed stunt, they had a long journey home to reflect on why and what they were in this for. Just how long were they all going to buy into Tommy's dream?
Fucking us writing out all our biographies. Fucking mad. Front cover magazines all over the world. Getting invited all over the fucking world to on TV and that. Celebrities.
The crew crew return despondent from Rome. In contrast to their other stunts, no one is waiting for them. No press, no calls, no money. And to make matters worse, Karen has had enough of Tommy's pranks and kicked him out. Time for a reality check.
I got my sister's house. Stayed there for a couple of nights.
Tommy is taken off guard when his 10-year-old daughter Robin calls to find out where he is.
Have you been to school? Well, yeah, how come it's only 3:10? It's only 3:10. I'm gonna get myself a flat. I'm going to get myself a flat next week, Robin. It's no good, is it? No, next week. I've got no pennies at the moment. But as soon as I get a flat, you can stay over, definitely. All the time. And I love you. All the world. Bye-bye, darling.
Not a man to be kept down, Tommy bounces back with another plan. He goes to see his son, Tommy Jr., to recruit him for stunt number 4.
Do you want to come and do the thing with Wimbledon?
What?
Do you want to come and do Wimbledon? Do you want to walk on the pitch with Patnack?
Yeah, with a bat and all that, yeah.
With a kit on and start playing tennis? On the centre court? Yeah?
I'm going to shoot off. Go on me about it.
Yeah. Right, I'll phone you tomorrow. Right, tonight.
The opening day of Wimbledon, and it's business as usual for Tommy. His first priority is to case the arena, but with no ticket he uses 2 old tricks to get in, making friends with security,
You know.
and pretending to be on the phone.
Yes. Speaking.
Tommy wants to check out the best route onto centre court and test for holes in the security.
Is this the press entrance?
Well, the actual photographer, yeah?
Yes.
All right. Well, there should be some stairs that take you down. Level 2.
Thank you very much. See that getting and what down there? Is that the one?
Amazingly, Tommy's directed straight onto the hallowed turf.
I was lost, sorry. Can I come through? Is that okay? Okay, no. Thank you. I want to find the entrance for the photographers come on here. I just want to walk out the way so I know which way I come back later on when I see them. Is that okay?
Oh, what for the security light?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah. Thank you very much. And I've been satisfied for him. Star, mate. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Do you need to go to the changing room?
No, I need to go out the official door because that's where my colleague is. What time does this game start?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. What time does Tim Edmonds start?
I'm not too sure. No.
Are you going to be stood here when Tim Edmonds starts?
I'm not too sure.
Right,
no. Have you got a pass to get back in?
No. I'm security, so I need to come back here. I've been a couple of players through. Okay. It's okay. I know the way back anyway now.
Yeah, I'll just leave a message to the other guy. Like,
yeah, just
wait. How long are you going to be?
An hour.
Yeah, I'm going to turn and look for the cancer research you guys today. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
In a park around the corner from Wimbledon, Karl and Tommy Jr. are playing tennis for the first time in their lives.
If you just get one top rally out of it, we're laughing.
The next morning, Tommy briefs his bleary-eyed troops. After the debacle in Rome, they know they can't afford another failed stunt.
When that first game goes off, finishes on court number 1 court, all the umpires go off, the ball boys, everyone goes off, don't they? Then we'll go on. That's the one, isn't it? So in between the swap, we go on. Which will be like 25 minutes before Tim Edmonds' match. So the crowd will already be in there because they've been watching the first game. So it'll be a full house.
So nerves?
Yeah, butterflies, want the normal routine anyway. But it's part of the game, isn't it?
Confident?
Yeah. Tom gets set a spot, it's game on.
The Hoaxers are more determined than ever and practice beating security on their way off the tube.
No, it's rotten, that. Not there.
For Tommy, the fart was the least of his worries.
Hello? Yeah, he's actually on, yeah. Hey, love, I phoned to tell you that I can't be there today. I'm in London. Can I call in tomorrow? Yeah. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Hundreds of fans have camped out overnight for a chance to see Tim Henman. Thousands more have been queuing since dawn. But the Hoaxers just walked straight in.
It's definitely going to go down this time. There's 16,000 in there, and there's 12 million watching it on telly. So we're talking a serious audience, aren't we? I know I've got no money myself, but if we do this here, there's got to be an exclusive.
With 2 hours to kill, they have time to plan and soak up the atmosphere.
There now. But then the stunt would have been finished then, wouldn't it? Yeah. After all that, it would have been like, get down here, you. But what I'm saying now, Thomas, now it's shot, isn't it?
As the match before Henman is about to finish, the team are ready for action.
You just following me. Yeah. And then when we get to that door, we just got out to each other. 1, 2, 3, boom, go. Let's go. Bang, let's go.
Tommy quickly walks them to the back court area, claiming he's security escorting 2 players. Just 2 security guards between the Hoaxers and tennis history.
What are you looking for?
Your colleague.
What does he do?
David Riddler.
What's
He's
he
a
do?
photographer.
Oh.
Where's kind of minute?
Oh, there.
No, it's not him, mate.
There's nobody else here then.
Well, on the other side.
It might be. Is that what you do? You work
Yeah.
security?
For once Tommy's banter isn't working, he has no option but to back off.
He's just got on me there, them 2 fuckers. Just what? Got on me, I think. The only way to get on that pitch, in my opinion, is by stepping over the outside.
Time for plan B. They're going to attempt to run out from the crowd, but they still don't have a ticket for centre court.
Here you go. I know we sat here. Yeah, it's there. My wife's got it. Cheers. Yeah, he is. Come on.
Tommy quickly finds a seat, but Karl and Tommy Jr. are rumbled by security. Time for plan C. Try another entrance. It has to work this time. There are only moments before Henman gets out onto centre court. Miss this, and it's over.
Massive gap. It's huge when you call this. Come on, keep close to me. Hey, mate, thanks a lot. I know where we are. We're down here, mate. No, I've just got to see my friend, that's all. Yeah. So I'll meet him after the thing. No, I'll be 2 seconds. I've just got to see my friend and say to him, I'll meet you after the game.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Go on. Just get in there. Get in there. What? Get in there. No, yeah, just get in there. Go on. Get ready. Move up. Move up for me, Karl.
Now! At the back!
Just get the ball. Just get the bats out. Get the bats out, Thomas. Get on it. I need to talk to this. When I talk to this, right, just go, right? I'll talk to this side. There. Just there, right? Right there. You going down there. Thomas goes, the way he goes there, you go there.
And the third one is slow!
The guy in the Union Jack is enjoying being the centre of attention, but he's got no idea of what's going on under his nose. As Tommy distracts the security, the boys move. Before the Union Jack can count to 3, they're on.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
So, John, now let's look ahead to Tim coming up. And last year he didn't have a coach, but hold on, I think we can just hear that... I think we have a couple of guest players out on court at the moment. I'm not sure exactly where they've come from, and I'm not sure how long they'll be allowed to be out there. But
the BBC cut live to centre court, providing refreshing commentary of this historic moment. Strangely, the police and security stand back and watch, so the hoaxers relax and make the most of it.
But they've certainly achieved their dream. They played on centre court and they've been on the telly as well.
Nice one, mate.
I'm not sure who won, but the style wasn't that great, but oh yes.
When they run out of balls, they decide to retreat. A kind security man escorts them out. No questions, no charges, no problem.
Why? It's charity doing it. See, do you get me tracksuit top out for me, will you? I'm not panicking. Shut up, just give me top. You look it. You got a touch here there. Yeah. How's him yelling at me? Go on. You get it?
This time the press are waiting for them.
You're on the wrong end of the way.
Nice, yeah. Nice. Fucking panicking.
It was absolutely brilliant.
I just realised who you are. Yeah, nice one. I like the last one as well, did you? I don't know this one.
Absolutely fucking brilliant.
Just drive off, mate. I'm rushing so well.
Well done, boys. Fucking brilliant.
Best rush in the life I've ever had.
No one come near us. We could have stayed up.
See when I missed it though, See when I missed it though. Shit, the pints of was laughing. I was buzzing.
Result and a half, man.
Karl Power is no stranger to the big sporting occasion, but he played the worst tennis that the centre court has ever seen.
After the success of the stunt at Wimbledon, the hoaxers are once again the talk of the town.
His most notorious sports hoaxer.
It wasn't the most stylish entrance to the prestigious centre court at Wimbledon.
Tennis-style bad boy antics.
But crowd loved them.
And just started warming up, and it happened just after Monica Seles left the court.
Officials at the All England club, however, were not impressed.
They said the men were show-offs, and they were reviewing security.
Powell has vowed the pranks will continue.
Tommy is back in Manchester with his biggest fan, his daughter Robin.
All my friends in school have been saying.
Have they? What are they saying?
Been saying, do you know did you watch Wimbledon with that man who had black socks on? When he's my brother.
Maybe you can today. Maybe you can.
But Karen remains concerned about their future.
You're 40 years of age, what are you doing running about like a fucking lunatic? Go and get a proper job, like a proper man, and feed your kids properly. That's with Karen. She's thinking of what's happening after the stunt as well, about the publicity and all that lot. Fucking, these two have been in jail and they've been fucking this and that all their lives, you know, in the national fucking press. This, you know, she's thinking of the after the event as well, whereas I'm not bothered, you know what I mean?
That's something I've already been through, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, you've had no bad press though. That's the good thing, but
not yet.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Big you up to put you down, man. Let me tell you that.
The prospect of negative press has been playing on Karl's mind. But the only thing on Tommy's mind is getting ready for stunt number 5. This is going to be the hoaxers' grand finale, and hopefully their big payday.
Shoot back up! No way!
Their next target wouldn't be easy. They were taking on one of the biggest security operations in sport, Formula 1. Tommy had the idea months earlier in The goal is nothing less than getting onto the winner's podium at the end of the British Grand Prix. And this time Tommy wants to share the limelight.
You'll have people on phones saying, right, as soon as the race is finished, go. You know what I mean? So it's timed proper. So we get there 1 minute before them. We could get changed. And then as soon as it's time to go, we can just walk to the gate as the drivers bump. And the guy on the gate will open the gate.
Yeah, throw in water.
He'll just talk to the first thing he'll think of the drivers. Yeah. The very first thing, water.
Just let us through.
Just 10 days after Wimbledon, the boys are on the road again.
We'll have a name around the world after this one. People start taking it serious. This is the daddy of them all, this one.
As usual, without a ticket, Tommy has no problems getting into the spectators area. he strolls confidently into the inner circle reserved for racing teams and security staff.
Yes, I'm free to do what I want in your time. Where's the podium, mate? Where's the podium? That's the way to go there, but it's hard getting there, man, I tell you. But I need to get in there, mate, just so I know the route to it. So that on Sunday, I can just walk, get the boys, and just walk straight to the gaff. No messing about. That is super duper hard, in my opinion, that. We can pull that off, that's amazing, that in my age.
The recce day has proven useful. Tommy has even found a way of guaranteeing access to the inner circle on race day.
This is going to go in the window now, this. Silverstone, all the fingers. Shoot on your side, put it in the top. Someone gave us in there, someone just gave us. Right, sweet, that's it. That's where we're going. That sticker can get us where we're going, to the point. We drive to the point. We drive there, and when we get out of the car, the point is there. What we can do is one gate that leads onto the pitch, that leads onto the pits, with one young guy on it. And I seen a driver go through it with his kit on what we've got, same kit, just open the gate and let him through. We'll have all the proper gear on, the caps, the lot. So why won't he do that for us? Why won't he think we're drivers? Bang. So the moment of truth has arrived, lads.
Tommy shows Karl the layout of Silverstone.
If you get behind there, that's where it all is, behind there. Is it? That's the point. It's really hard to get in there. You've got to have barcodes to get in there, you've got to have special. You can't even do a pass to get in there. Because you don't show the pass, you've got to literally go through a machine.
What's it going to mean to you getting that phone?
It could mean £1 million each. For all we know, it could mean nothing. Whatever happens. I just want to do it for my own, me personally. I just want to do it so I can say to myself, wow, I set that up and I done that myself. I brought my people with me and we got on that podium there and done that thing. What a thing. Because no one will ever do it again. That's guaranteed.
Tommy practices their routine for if and when they reach the podium.
So river dance.
River dance! I don't know. Where's my pants? Oh, there they are.
The upbeat mood is shattered when the Hoaxers see the morning papers. The Daily Mail have questioned Karl's disability benefits following his performance at Wimbledon.
How often draws in Manchester seemed unhindered by any medical problems during his unscheduled appearance at the first week of Wimbledon. The pair raced off so quickly that guards could not catch them, the lying bastard. He's fucking sticking right up there,
yeah, but the best of it is, you know, can I just show you that on behalf of what they're saying? Did he want me to stay down disabled all my life, or did he want me to try and get myself back together? Do you know what I mean? Did he want me to sit in the house fucking like I've done for the last 5 years? No, but we've not earned a penny. But did he want me to sit home and stay disabled and fucking claim all my life from, or did he want me to get a bit better?
With the race a few hours away, they need to get their minds focused.
Here we go, lads.
Time to find out if the car pass works.
Go on, mate, don't stop, Wayne. Fucking lunatic. Just keep going. I'm just saying, fucking, just don't stop.
And he gets his blowout.
Then the guy was like that. Well, where are you going, lads? Where do you work, lads? And then we're fucked.
Media centre.
Wayne, just do what I say. When you go up to him, just roll past the. I don't mean like fucking drive at him and run him over.
Because Karl's face has been all over the papers after Wimbledon, he stays in the car, while Tommy takes Wayne to his position in the cafe to watch the race.
You ready to go, this? That is the moment now for us, isn't it? It's a big on this, you know, Tom. It's a big on this.
Butterflies are coming on, man.
We bail one way, we go another way. Bail that way, we go another way.
With only 30 minutes till the end of the race, they have to change into their outfits and get back into the car without being spotted.
Don't want Karl walking out while she's there, you know. She's waiting for the toilet. We don't want fucking Karl walking out changed. Oh, fucking hell.
But they move on, and Karl makes his exit undetected.
Mad though we're doing now, isn't it? This is mental, isn't it? Isn't it? You think there's something wrong with us lot doing this? It's not normal behaviour, is it?
No, top rush, man.
While the guys wait in the car, Wayne is watching the race, ready to give the signal to move.
Watches it. When it's 5 to go, he comes over here, Thomas. Yep. Start the move. Right. When it gets down to 10, Wayne, phone us and I'll give you the next instruction.
Now all they have to do is wait for Wayne's call.
Wait, your phone.
No more, get it on the phone.
Fucking hell, disaster. Right, go there now and I'll phone you, Wayne. Hey, Wayne. It's 4 to go. Better start going now, yeah. Right, that's on. Right, sit down.
Get on us then, you know.
Come in, Tom. Hey, Wayne.
The pressure is on. They have only a small window of opportunity to make their move, between the last car finishing the race and the winning drivers stepping onto the podium. Tommy is banking on there only being one guard at the security gate. It's not looking good.
Yes.
Time is running out. They will only have one chance at this stunt. They hang a right. Tommy uses his trusty phone trick to bust them through the high security turnstile. They are very close, just a few meters away from the podium. As the world press awaits the race winners, they have only one gate to get through, and it's closed.
All right. Come on, mate, sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Sponsors.
The security guard at the top of the stairs is looking the other way.
All right, cheers.
The team that is based in
The Hoaxers have done it, just seconds before Michael Schumacher's arrival. Triumphant, they leave as they arrived, no questions asked.
That was unbelievable, lads. Unbelievable. You're at the podium, straight in the bar.
Karl Powers was at it again.
A prankster called Karl
He
Powers.
beat Michael Schumacher onto the winner's rostrum at the Grand Prix.
Now, is this the finale, lad?
So you've finished then? You've retired, have you?
Yeah.
Really?
For now.
So there we go, that is exactly what it was all about. They became, without a doubt, two of the most known pranksters, not just in this country, but all around the world. And it's a great pleasure we're bringing you a very, very special MMTV today, joining me from wherever they are. I'm at home, see what them lads are. The two lads themselves, Karl Power, aka Fat Nick. How are you, Fat Nick?
Yes, man, how you doing, Dave?
And the man who became known as the organiser, Tommy Dunn. How are you, fella?
How you doing, man? All right, all good.
Good. Listen, we're going to talk about everything that went on and all that kind of stuff in a few minutes, but the thing that actually started you was that night, the Manchester United v Bayern Munich game back in April 2001. First of all, Karl, your love affair with Manchester United started long before 2001. Have you always been a Red?
Yeah, well, I'm from a family of Reds, Dave, and, you know, used to go to the matches years ago, but the days of Alex Stepney and Jimmy and Brian Greenough days, do you know what I mean, from the family, and then I had an accident. I got macheted in my legs and I was in a wheelchair for a couple of years. So I couldn't really go to the games, you know what I mean? So Tom came to my house and ended up being my physio in the end.
So what about you, Tom? Have you always been a football fan?
Yeah, I've always been to Old Trafford since my first game was in 1970, and I've been ever since. I'm not paid.
Now, before you got neck involved with these like notorious stunts, for a few years you'd been getting into Old Trafford, you know, taking photographs and doing videos and stuff like that. Where did the idea of that come from? Was it purely to get in the game for free?
No, it just happened. I just thought, you know, I'd take a camera with me one day and see what happened. Took the camera with me and then it looked pretty good, so just stayed with it.
You'd been there a year and you decided about this prank you wanted to play on the team, and in your own words it took you 2 years to get this prank organised. First of all, we'll talk about what you did in a minute, you know, against that game in Bayern Munich, but when you thought I need to get someone involved, how did Fat Neck come into the equation?
Well, who else? You know what I'm saying?
Who else could you pick? You know what I mean? I just, you know,
there's no better guy to do it, is there, than Fat Neck, is there?
When you were doing it, you could have done it, you know, any United game, home or away. You chose the game away against Bayern Munich. Why did you go for that particular game?
Well, we was going to go for the final. The final was in Milan at the San Siro. We was going to go to the final, and then Bayern beat us at Old Trafford 3-1. And we was at the game, and we just said then, right, we'll do it at Bayern away now, because we're going to get knocked out.
So, right, Tommy comes up with this great idea and puts it to you, Nick, and when he tells you this idea, what's the first thing you think?
Well, to be honest, Dave, as mad as it sounds, I'd only been on my feet out of a wheelchair for about 3 months when the idea first came up. So it was Newton Heath, Man United's old ground in Newton Heath. I used to live near there, so I used to just walk up and down the pitch just to see how long, you know, just more or less like physio, really. And then Tom said to me then, Cantona's just finished for Man United. He said, be great to go on to show the fans all the respect for Cantona with your name on the back and that. Do you know what I mean? So from there, it gave me the courage. It got me walking, really. It got me walking. It got me, you know, Tom was my physio, like I said. You know what I mean?
I bet there's no other physios.
Dr. Tom.
So obviously, as we saw in the documentary, we saw what happened. How did it feel? You were stood at the side of the pitch, like we saw in the documentary. You know, you had the tracksuit ready to come off and all that. What was going through your mind at that time?
Well, to be honest, the German team, we were sat next to all the photographers, and one of the German players took a shot at Oliver Kahn, the German goalkeeper, and the ball just missed the net and went right in the photographer's face next to our head, didn't it? Got my nerves from there. I thought it was on top for us, you know what I mean? But yeah, we had to walk from there then past Bobby Charlton and Franz Beckenbauer. He was doing an interview, and just walked straight through him to the sideline, really.
When you got onto the pitch, when you got onto the pitch and stood next to the team, what was going through your mind?
It was just everything that built up. I mean, to me, personally, from being told I'd never walk again and then stood with the biggest football team in the world, it was amazing, do you know what I mean, Dave? But everything went to military planning. Tommy's planning was military style, man.
So you pulled off this stunt, Tommy. Did you, obviously, the media, you know, attention that it got, it was on the front page of national newspapers. Everybody, not just in, you know, Britain and Europe, everybody in the world knew about it. Did you expect it to get as much attention as what it did?
Nah, we just done it for the laughs. That was simple as that. And when he came off the pitch and come back to me, I said to him, "There, no one's seen that, mate. You know, no one's seen that." And
we just thought, we went back to the hotel and no one's seen it.
It was like, wow. And then the next morning, belong, you know what I mean?
Madness.
So obviously, Karl, obviously Tommy were the brains behind the scheme, but the next day it was you that was all over the national newspapers and all that. What did you think when it was like the front page of every newspaper and people just told you? What was it like?
You know, it was a bit scary at one moment, you know what I mean, just from doing a laugh to that exploding like that, it went mad. But, you know, when
you did that and it didn't put you off, because not long after that, Tommy, tell us about this. You decided, what made you think, let's do something else and let's go to Headingley?
Well, to be honest, you wanted to do something on the production team, wanted to do something on the lines of Dennis Pennis with us. But Tommy, we had a meeting with him down in London, and Tommy said, "Nah, man, if you want to come with us, because we've got 5 world-class stunts planned." Do you know what I mean? We didn't know how good it was going to be, but Tommy did it.
Yeah, so
It was just, they approached us and said, you know, can we follow you? Are you doing any more? We said, yeah. Can we follow you? We said, yeah. And they just followed us. So they was with us for, I think they was with us for 6 months or 3 months or something.
Okay. Just to remind everyone what you did, the massive cricket game at Headingley between England and Australia, you walked out to bat with the team. What did that feel like, Karl?
It was mad. I mean, what we wanted there, we wanted the fastest bowler. That's Shaun Ryder, the fastest bowler in the world. We wanted to time it for him to bowl at me. I wanted to get to the crease because he had all the gear on. But it's just a little madness of timing, a little error. But, you know, if we would have got to the crease, Shaun won. But he still went round the world, but, you know, we still got on the pitch. But when I was coming out, after being stood in England's changing room toilet, it was Tommy's niece phoning me to say what time, phoning Tommy to say what time we're going on the pitch. So I was just in the toilet with all the helmet on, the bats, everything, the pads on, waiting for that call and just tunnel vision to go, you know what I mean?
One of my favourite parts of that was after you'd done it on the pitch, on the field, you took your helmet off and everybody straight away knew who you were.
Yeah, well, that was a Tom phoning me then to say no. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it was good. I mean, we went to Lords before that. We was up at Lords in London. We was going to do it there, but it come on top for us all. You know, the security got round us and said, go to Headingley and do it. But we must have thought it was smart, but we went up there and done it. You know what I mean?
So, Tommy, after this, obviously, you'd done the Manchester United team photo, you'd done the England and Australia game. Did you think, what made you think, let's carry on? Did you think, like, you know, you were unstoppable? What made you want to carry on after doing 2 of the biggest sporting events in the world?
We was unstoppable. We
wanted to do 5. We said we'd do 5, and we went and done 5, you know. So it was
5 in 6 months, was it?
Less than that, wasn't it? You know,
yeah.
It was,
what a trip. Looking back at it now, the Hoaxer programme, you know, the kids now haven't seen that programme. You know, everyone deserves to see that programme. It stands the test of time, that.
Yeah. You know, I don't know anyone that don't like that programme.
Well, that's it. I don't know anyone that don't like it.
No.
It's brilliant. It's such a great programme. So obviously, you wanted to do 5, and you did do 5. You had 2 that were hugely successful. Next one that came along, you decided to go to Rome and do the rugby game, which was England v Italy. Now, first of all, one of my favourite parts of this story is the fact that BMW gave you a minute to get over there, but none of you could drive because you were both damned.
And skint.
And skint. Just 2 council kids on tour, man.
So it's like you wrote to mate in, and what did your mate think when you told him what was going on?
No, that was my niece's boyfriend.
Come with us, drive us out of England, borrow us a few quid, and then we'll take over from there.
And then run out of credit and then final laps in the Grand Prix.
The idea was that once the England team were out on the pitch, you were going to go out and do a mad war dance in front of them. Obviously, this was the one of the 5 that didn't really get noticed. It was brilliant what you did, and looking back at the footage was great. But after this had happened and it didn't get the media attention what you'd hoped for, at that point, Tommy, did you think, let's stop here, or did it make you more determined to get to them 5?
It was just unlucky what happened in Rome. It was just
one of them where we thought it was going to come out that side, but it came out that side.
No, you asked the guy, didn't you? And he said the left.
Everything said, you know, they come out this side, and they didn't come out that side, so they went out the other side. But no, that made us more determined, really. Right, let's go and finish it now. You know what I mean?
You certainly did that. So you'd done the Man United one. You'd done the Headingley one with cricket, you'd done the rugby one, and now one of my favourites is when you went to Wimbledon. This was the 4th one you did. So in front of a crowd of 16,000 people and 12 million people watching it on television, Karl and Tommy Jr., right before the final game, had a game of tennis. Where did this idea come from, Tommy? Was this one that had been in your mind for a while?
Yeah, well, Wimbledon, it's one of the biggest sporting events of the year.
So it had to be one of the 5, you know. So when we were at Wimbledon, it was a tough one as well, because don't forget, it was right after 9/11, all this. So people say, you know, the security wasn't as tight as what it could be, but you know, it's never been as tight as, you know, 9/11 just happened, and we're running about, you know, pranking and stuff. So I mean, Wimbledon was
great. You know, Junior was great because he had the black socks on as well. They was both shit, though, weren't they? But I mean, you know.
Well, it's someone threw a tangerine on centre court, and that made the headlines of the Sun, so we said, we've got to beat the tangerine, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just mentioned, Tommy, like you just mentioned, 9/11 had happened and stuff. At that point, did you think, we better hold on here, or was it just a case of we've got it in our head, we're doing it?
No, we just thought, you know, we've come this far now. We can't stop. We've only got a couple to do. We've got Wimbledon to do. And we've got, you know, Silverstone. So we just thought, right, we can't stop now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even though was nearly there, weren't we? I mean, if anything, I thought, if we could do it, just 2 council kids, we are tightening up security for them. We should have opened our own security label, man. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. So we you know, after Wimbledon, because Wimbledon, that went massive, Wimbledon, because, you know, they're on centre court playing there, brilliant, you know, and the camp was buzzing after that. Right, we can't go and fail now. No, let's go to Silverstone and finish it off.
Now, Karl, when you walked on to play that game of tennis at Wimbledon, surely even you didn't expect to stay on as long as what you did.
No, did I? I mean, we couldn't even get a rally for 2 over when we was in a park in London. We was practising in a park, and it just couldn't get it together. And then when we got to Wimbledon, that guy in the Union Jack, he was just screaming dead loud in front of us. You know what I mean? I was thinking, oh God, so. But I mean, we've got a good little rally going on centre court, you know what I mean?
It was brilliant because not only did you get, like you say, a good rally going on, the BBC went live to watch you, and you only stopped playing when you ran out of balls.
And I was the last one to win since Fred Perry, man.
So obviously, Wimbledon, after you know what had happened with the rugby game, it didn't get as much media attention as what you'd hoped. Wimbledon just set you right back off again and got massive, massive attention all around the world. You were back in the newspapers and stuff, and you had that one final one to do. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you did it quite soon after Wimbledon, didn't you?
2 months.
Yeah, it was right after it. It was a couple of weeks, or was it a week later? It might have been a week even. Yeah, but that was like that was the toughest one, wasn't it? Because, you know, to get on a podium that big, it's only about 10 foot wide. You know.
Well, I was just going to say, Tommy, you'd pulled off some great stunts. People had started to know you. You were blagging your way pretty much into everywhere. But Silverstone is one of the biggest security operations in worldwide sport. Did you really think you were going to get up to that podium?
I knew it was going to be a challenge, and you know, I said to the lads there as well, if we get on here, man, you know, that's we've done it. You know what I mean? If we can get on there, and really, I just thought, nah, we're not going to be able to get on there. You know, but the luck was with us. You know, we just made it happen. You know, and it was great to do. You know, they thought we was we just had sponsors. You know what I mean? And the guy opened the gate for us and walked up and. You know, then the guy at the top thought we was the drivers, you know what I mean? In fact, that looks like fucking Michael as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you went up just before Schumacher, and one of the things that, you know, watching the documentary like we just saw then, one of the best parts is it really was a military operation. You had to get changed in the car. Tommy, you were worried about somebody seeing Karl and recognising him.
Yeah. And then we practised a dance on the grass as well. And then when the guy that was going to let us know there's only 1 lap to go, he run out of credit, he run back to the car. I've got no credit. Wow, Wayne, you know. So it was all real, you know. It was real life, really.
So Karl, talk us through what happened. You managed to get in, and you got up on the podium just before Schumacher went up. What was in your mind then? What was you thinking? We thought we're going to get on this podium. This is the 5th and final one. What was you thinking?
Well, we were doing the river. What was it? The Irish jig, wasn't it, Tom? In the hotel room and all that. What we're going to do on the podium? You know what I mean? It's mad.
The river dance. Yeah.
Yeah, just thinking tunnel vision, and when you've got tunnel vision, you're just going to go for it, Dave. Do you know what I mean?
So you've done the 5 things you'd planned on doing. One thing I want to ask you both is the fact that the 5 stunts you played, nobody'd done anything like it before, and nobody done anything like it since. Tommy, if there's any young kids watching now, do you think anything like what you did could happen again?
No. I challenge anyone to do that. Go for it, lads. I challenge anyone to do that. There's no way.
Never be beat that. Not just because of the way the security is today. It was really bad then after the twins.
Well, for a start, none of us could come out of the house.
By the way, a massive NHS Man United, man. I've seen it on a stadium there before.
It's great,
yeah, man.
Yeah, class.
So realistically,
are you a Rochdale fan, you, Dave?
For how good security is in sport.
Yeah. Are you a Rochdale fan, Dave? Hey. Are you a Rochdale fan?
I work for Rochdale, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I'll just get you in there, Tommy. It's not a problem, that. We'll get you in.
Yeah,
top one, mate.
He was after something off you, Dave.
I'll tell you what, as much as I love looking at Rochdale, I don't think it'll be as big as the Man United and Bayern Munich game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but on the podium there, Dave, as well. Dave, what the kits we had on the podium, that was the same winners, wasn't it, Tom? The Ferrari and Ralph Shoemaker, was it?
We was just happening.
It was 2 reds and one beige, wasn't it? We had like 2 beige and 1 red.
Yeah.
Yeah, but pretty close.
So as we've seen the documentary, and as we've spoken about tonight, you did the 5 you wanted to do, and I genuinely mean it. It's absolute history made. No one will ever do anything like it again. Karl, after all this happened, obviously, even though Tommy was the brains behind it, you were the one that got all the media attention. How did your life change after it?
Well, it's not really, Dave. It's not. It's just the same. I mean, now from there, after them, I just sacked it, kind of. Tommy's still active, but I just went into the music game then and managed a couple of bands, and now doing MMTV with yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Since these 5 stunts, Tommy, what about you? What have you been up to?
Well, since this lockdown, I wrote a screenplay called Dreamer. You'll see it on the big screen one day. So it's roughly round the Hoaxer. It's roughly round that. So I've been writing that while I've been on lockdown.
Yeah,
and then enjoy my garden, obviously.
Well, it's a beautiful thing, that garden, Tommy.
Nice one.
Small gaff.
And Karl, obviously, we know you. You're the ultimate Mancunian man about town. You know, you're heavily involved with, MMTV's your baby and all that kind of stuff. You're looking after the backhanders. One thing I do want to ask you about is you're part way through writing a book about yourself and your life.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a book. I've been doing it since the stunts, really, but because of my own education, I find things hard, so I've been on and off with it. But yeah, I'm nearly at the end of it. It's called Neck. It's going to be called Neck, and it's just a story of my life growing up from the youngest of 11 children to all the stunts. But Damien Hirst as well, the artist, he's done the front cover for me, so it should be good.
One last thing I want to ask you, I've been asked to ask you, is it...
Can I just show you my grandson here? He's been stood here freezing here filming. 1 second.
Yeah, sorry, go on, mate.
I was just saying, Karl, one thing I've been asked to ask you today is the fact that in recent months you've met up with Yap Stam. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I was down at when United was playing, and a couple of my pal Anton's Scots friends come down. I got invited into the office to have a meeting with Yap Stam. And he just had a photo with him and just talked to him about it. But he gave kind of the same reaction as what Roy Keane gave, because I've seen Roy Keane in Ireland, and Roy Keane said, "We played shite, man, you should have stayed on the pitch." Do you know what I mean? But Yap Stam was just dead nice and good about it, really. Just had the photograph and that, yeah.
Well, listen, lads, it's been great talking to you. Before we go, we have got a few messages for you, what should come on the screen about now.
Wow, 19 years, man. Honestly, to this day, I've not seen one. That is the best jib I've ever seen. I think I ever will see. Brilliant.
Hi, peeps. Manny here. Listen, I can't believe it's 19 years since that lovable rogue fatneck jumped onto the pitch in the full kit and lined up with Man United against Bayern Munich. What a jape. Probably one of the best ones I've ever pulled off. Just worth it, just for the look that Roy Keane shot you. That kind of look that would have normal men quaking in the boots. Fat neck, well done. Keep it up. Do some more. And you know what? They could have given you a run out for at least 10 minutes. Who knows? Could have done worse. Well done, guys.
I remember seeing Karl's first stunt in Munich, and it was in the papers. Just thought it was genius. And then when the documentary series came on, and we recorded it at the time, going through my mate's flats years later, we come across the VHS, the original VHS of it, and Anton's up visiting myself and the Moose up in Bankery, and we're watching it, and just, the lot of us were just creasing ourselves in laughter. The boy's a legend, pure legend, and meet him in the club in Manchester years later. Couldn't believe it. Boy from North East Scotland, meeting the boy, pulls the ultimate pranks. Absolutely unbelievable. Brilliant.
So, hello everybody, up at the MMTV. My name is Pablo Cook, and I used to be part of the whole Joe Strummer Mescaleros sort of Manchester, Fat Neck, Tommy Dunn, Dermot, all those wonderful people who I miss actually. But this really is just a message to say that one day I think I was sitting in the tour bus with the boys, and the football came on, and somebody said, "Hang on, that's Karl," and I didn't think it was, and then I noticed that Karl had a watch on, and so from that point it just turned into chaos on the bus, because Karl and Tommy had managed to pull it off, as they did with many stunts, and we all just thought it was fantastic, and it made our day. So my memory is quite foggy from those days because of the fog. There's quite a lot of it about. And also, this is a big shout out to Bez, who I know is his birthday today. And, of course, big love to Joe. I miss him. Well, I miss you all, you guys, and I just miss being part of that whole campfire thing. But anyway, I hope you're all well, and happy 19th MMTV. Well done, Karl. Bye.
Yes, let's raise the glass to Fat Neck. 90 years to the day when the Neck got in the United line-up. Yes, indeed, it's Fat Neck, hey! Go on, Gav.
So what did I think when I saw Fat Neck on the pitch at Munich? I thought, there's Fat Neck. Wow, Fat Neck can get anywhere. I mean, he can just get anywhere, the Neck. So it didn't surprise me at all, really.
Well, 19 years ago, if you didn't see it on the telly, you definitely heard about it the next day. It was in the papers. All around Ankles, Manchester. It was a big thing, everyone going on about it. It's your Uncle Neck, he's on the telly. But who is this man? Well, what we built, beaten again. Brilliant.
Yeah, I remember my thoughts about it at the time. I was living in Scotland, so I didn't actually know Karl at that time. So when the news broke, we were watching it on telly, and then when they did the pitch walk, there was kind of all this mixed feeling, like, what's this extra guy doing? Has Fergie messed up with his selection? People were double taking, is that Eric Cantona? They're like, no, it's not. Who is this? Have they made this mistake? Nobody knew. And then the next day, it broke on the news. It was everywhere. That was a prank and stuff. It was just hilarious. Everyone got onto it. It was just amazing. And then years later, anyway, me and all my mates in Scotland, we got onto it. We used to watch the VHS every Friday. We'd have a game of fantasy football, watch this VHS of the Hoaxers video and stuff like that. And then I moved down to Manchester. I ended up getting a nightclub and got to know Karl well. And now we actually work together in business. We work together, we're on MMTV. We do a lot of stuff together. So it's quite mad how it's come around, all this. But wow, man, what a legend. Hats off to you and Tommy.
Fat Neck and Tommy Dunn. Big vibes in the area. Good luck tonight, MMTV worldwide. Keep safe, keep happy, keep loving. Rastafari, my lions. I love yous, Tommy. Fat Neck. I don't know where I was. I don't remember where I was 6 months ago. Never mind 19 years ago. Anyway, hope this goes through. Good luck with the show tonight. I love you. 2020-21 will be our time. Love and light, Rastafari. Namaste, love.
Hi, I'm Robin. That's me, the little girl sat in the car 19 years ago. Wow, so I would have been about 10 when Munich happened and the documentary came out. You know, I do remember, if I'm going to be completely honest, feeling pretty embarrassed at first. I mean, who wouldn't at that age, you know? And quoting my dad, definitely is not normal behaviour. But then again, what is normal anyway? Like, all the stunts are hilarious. And in my opinion, there's nothing more important in life than having a good sense of humour and making people laugh. So I'm definitely a fan.
So there we go, lads. A few messages for you. Great, that wasn't it? Listen, thank you so much for tonight. And like I say, that documentary we watched really is television history. And what you two lads did in sport will never, ever be seen again. But first of all, Tommy, look after yourself, man. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Cheers, man.
Tonight.
Cheers, Dave.
Fat neck power. We'll see you soon, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Take care.
Go on. See you later, Karl. See you in a bit.
So about that then, a few messages off a few of the famous friends of Karl and Tommy and MMTV as we remember 19 years to the night since they pulled off that infamous stunt against Manchester United at the UEFA Champions League game against Bayern Munich. We really hope you've enjoyed tonight. A massive thank you to Karl and Tommy for coming on this exclusive MMTV edition, and of course to everyone behind the scenes who's made it possible. With what's going on in the world, look after yourselves. Make sure you follow MMTV on all the usual social media channels and, of course, on YouTube. And no doubt we will be back with you in the studio for another MMTV very soon. Look after yourselves. Take care. Thank you once again to Karl and Tommy, and we'll see you very soon. We're going to leave you now with the lead singer and founding member of one of the bands who Karl currently looks after, the Backhanders. This is Chaddy. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you again soon. I've been Dave Sweetmore. Take care. We love from all of us at MMTV.
Hey up, how's it going? So this one is for Mr. Karl Power. 19 years since he graced the field. Walked on with United. Brave move, mate. Not many could have done that. Even the looks that he got from a few of the players there was pretty fucking intense. So I'd like to say cheers to you, our kid. And I'm going to sing the song for you, which you know, it's called Campfire, which mainly wouldn't have come about if it wasn't for you. And thank you very much. This one's for you, Karl.
Climbing out of that concrete bed, bone shake, rattle, then you roll. Forget your cheap drugs on the door. Bring back the Ku Klux Klan, stick their heads on jars of jam. There's more colours in this nation, rainbow addict, spastication. Call you finder. Now that's what I call a bonfire. But beyond the range, wags on the hog. Girl gets down and the kids run amok. Let's get warm, start the music. We'll call you finder. Now that's what I call the campfire. Search for wood, but in time stops on the page. You better make your mark, spend your wage. The photos blurred and the frames all stuck. Eliza, Jack and Arlo all grown up. The wink awaits, the church bell rings. Around the back for a cheeky thing. Anti Blowback Technology in the members' enclosure. painkillers in the sun. I'll be fifth and kicking through another one. Matty's in the kitchen, grinding up a board in his bulletproof vest. Looking for his gun now, Johnny's on his way. He's setting up souls, game for a laugh, living in the fishbowl. Bob's on his way, but you better not run. He will take your fucking head off, but look what you've done. Somebody wrote Fat Neck. El Necco, he blesses the fire. But here come the birds. Here come the birds. Here come the birds. Well, here come the birds. Here come the birds. And now that's what I call a campfire.
Cheers, Nick. All the best, bud. It's alright, mate.